Welcome back, guys. Funky AU here again for the Gaming Battlegrounds. This is TGB Open League Series 12, Round 4, and this is Game 3. Last game of the night here on Vikendi. If you're only just joining us, we've seen a big win in Game 1 to SS Gaming. A big win with 19 kills. Actually, there were some technical issues with the stream, so Game 1 didn't actually really come up on the cast. But we sorted that out between Game 1 and 2. Game 2 was a big turnaround. Illustrious wiped SS Gaming. In fact, it was Daddy-O on his own that wiped SS Gaming in Painan on Sandhawk. So Illustrious wiping SS. SS first team out in Game 2. Illustrious then went on to win the game, only with the 9 kills. So they haven't actually closed the gap on SS. They've just they've got their work cut out here in Game 3 though, but it was a good turnaround by Illustrious there. They were first out in Game 1 and they've turned things around the complete opposite, winning Game 2. They really needed to get that win. They got 9 kills. They needed more points. So SS have actually increased the gap at the top of the ladder. So SS were only out by about 110 points coming into this round. So they'll be out by more now. And SS find themselves pretty close to Central on this first Phase 1 zone. Illustrious, though, they're going to have their work cut out here. They've got a bunch of teams between them and the center of the zone. And it's only going to get away from them from where they are. They're there right on the edge. They've got a bunch of teams in front of them between them and SS. And then they've got 2 teams going to be chasing them in unless the Jokers or Rogue Raiders decide to rotate to the north or down to the west side. I'd say a west side rotate would work. North might be all right, but you'll have to cross that river. It is frozen in the north side, but crossing across there, you run that risk of crossing over and then having to cross back, and having to cross back where there's water. Actual water, not frozen water. So the north rotate could be slightly risky. I mean, the Cosmodrome is there for the taking if they want to rotate that way and come in along the river. That could work. And there is still a fair bit of land on the east side. The only team on the eastern side of the river is Hit My Pan right down at Hot Springs. So close to Hit My Pan, Aussie Elite have Volnova. The Castle, TDQ have gone Castle. SS, as usual, Pod Vosto. And Team Zero had Mount Kresnik, but they've already moved down. They've got a bit of a 2-2 split looting together there. But Blue Sky Gaming, he's heading that way. In fact, Shep is straight onto a crate here, picking up a saw. He's picked up a saw early on. Blue Sky Gaming sees him. Only the 2 times on that M24 there. Doesn't land a shot, but at least he knows they're there. Still 3 minutes away from Phase 2. We'll shoot back out there. So, Rusty Trombones, they've landed Villa and around there. Just to the south, Team Rogue. Aussie Elite have already shifted out of Volnova. CDQ have to come off of that Castle Island some way or another. They've got to cross a bridge. Whether they do that before we get into Phase 2 or not remains to be seen. We'll jump on board with Rogue. Because Aussie Elite are going to come past. Rogue start to rip it. Lightbot is on, he's out. Lightbot is on, he's out. Oh! Adzi puts Cooper Trooper out. Lightbot is on, he's down. He's not down, he's down here on his own. Tasker's going to come and get him. It's Adzi that gets him. Adzi could get 2 here. The rest of Aussie Elite. The rest of Aussie Elite, are they going to crash in here? They're going to crash in. They're going to keep going. No, they're going to pull up. They are going to take the fight. Cooper Trooper is still down, but it's a 2v4. Task runs into the open. Adzi's going to come around on the left side. Aussie Elite, they're distracted that side. Crazy walks into the building, comes back out. Aussie Elite under a lot of pressure. It's Crazy on his own. There's no way he's going to get a pick up here without getting another knock onto Rogue. He's surrounded in that building. Toys comes around, picks up Red Rocket. Oh, crazy. He's got smoke. No, he doesn't have smoke. He can't get Cooper Trooper. Oh, crazy. You need to get out of this. So Crazy and Lightbot Design, they do pick up 2. So Rogue did lose a couple in that fight. And they've still got to get rid of Crazy here. I don't think Adsy had spotted him out there. Shots coming in from far afield there. They're trying to clear these buildings. Still a minute from phase 2. SS haven't moved. Illustrious have actually slipped in and got slightly more central there. They've got a vehicle. They may have slipped through between some teams there. Sitting Ducks got a 2-2 split at the moment. Hit my pan. They haven't moved out of Cantor and Hot Springs yet. No one in this southwest side. Do remember Aussie Elite landed Volnova. They should be well looted up. They probably left earlier than they needed to. But if that was their gameplay to get into more central zone, then that's okay. They're obviously happy with what they had. We'll jump back here. Crazy's just trying to survive for Aussie Elite. 12 teams, 43 alive. 10 seconds out from phase 2 as it squeezes in. Rogue Raiders coming in on foot. They were the furthest team away. Illustrious starting to get on the fight. That zone goes pretty central and it has gone left, gone west side of that river. So, good move by teams not rotating across to that east side. Hit my pan, have to do a little bit of work to get into this one. They've got to come in. Well, they may have to come in past TDQ or they come in past Volnova and work their way. There's a lot of room in the south. A lot of room in the south. Rusty Trombones find themselves pretty central there at Villa, so they're probably happy to sit where they are. Jumping back with Adsy. Still hunting Crazy. Crazy has not moved from the back of that building. I think Rogue have lost him here. I really don't know where he is, and he's just sitting and not moving. So they'll be doing the sums. They've only got 2 kills. So I'm not sure where the 3rd kill went. I think their 3rd one might have been stolen, was it? May have been stolen. I don't know who's picked that 3rd kill up. Unless it was Rusty Trombones watching down the hill. No kills for them. I know they look down that way. Certainly they do have some vision down there. So I don't know who got that stolen kill. Unless it was TDQ from across here. Oh, Batchy's got a kill. So TDQ from the castle. Sarah Linney sitting out here on the bridge. Nice little cheeky spot in the truck there. Cheeky spot that. Holding the bridge. Sarah Linney out in front. You wouldn't think anyone's going to come to him to cross to the castle. But he's out in front scouting ahead. Hit my pan. They've finally found a vehicle. They're on the move. Jokers have vehicles on the move. 2 vehicles there. Rogue Raiders have done some Ks on foot tonight, they have. Illustrious. Still sitting alright. Team 0 look like they want to come out of their compound. They're shifting up onto some high ground. They're going to overlook the villa to see what they can see. SS move out of Pod Vosto. Crazy gets spotted. He's tried to move. I may have succeeded. Jokers come through. Can Rogue get rid of Crazy? No, he's made the run and he's made it away to another compound. So Rogue can't get him. Hit my pan, come in the south side. How long have we got? 40 seconds from phase 3. Getting a little bit busy. Trigger fingers getting itchy in the center of this zone. 5 teams, all very central there. SS yet to get involved, but they're not far away here. This next shift is going to be pretty crucial. Whether SS have to shift or not. Whether it makes it hard work for them or it favors them. Could mean the difference between them winning this one or not. RM Cannabis sitting ducks. Got to come in the north side, past Illustrious. Illustrious are the team sitting second in the standings. They need to do all the work. It goes pretty central. SS will want to move a little bit here. They can't go too central without scouting some compounds there, but it's very busy in the middle. Rogue Raiders still got to cover some kilometers on foot. TDQ have to come off that Castle Island. Hit my pan. They've only just rotated to there and stopped. And now they're going to go in on foot. They came in with a vehicle. Choosing to carry on foot here. They're probably not too sure if this team's sitting up here in the rocks in front of them. Probably thinking they're going to be trailing a team in. But they've got a lot of ground to cover. They'll be a little bit edgy coming through Tovar here, thinking there's a team here. Sort of looking to gatekeep, but there's no one in the south. They've got a lot of room to play with. They can even come across and get into this compound here, south side. So they'll be hesitant coming in. They'll think they're trailing someone, but they're really not. Just have to be really careful on their approach. Could run into TDQ, who are just making it across to the mainland here. Just inside. They can cross the road. They will run into Rogue. Only the two of them. So a minute and a half out from phase 4. Jokers haven't had to move. Rusty Trombone's not wanting to move either. Jokers just catch sight of Rogue. Team 0 sitting pretty where they are. So SS, they shift a bit. They've pretty much only shifted about 100 meters here. If they were sitting on the road, now they've shifted up a bit. A little bit of high ground there. Team 0 not far away. Illustrious haven't moved. Here's where it's getting busy. The top of the hill. As he gets a drop on which stock there. RM Cannabis are going to run into sitting ducks here somewhere along the line. Around the backside of these rocks. Both these teams are going to clash here soon. 40 seconds out from phase 4. Sadistic Nick sitting back there. Could take the brunt of it. RM Cannabis push up for some high ground here. Sitting ducks haven't moved too far. Can you get to the top of this hill? Don't know if you can. Wizard Fingers is trying to. They start engaging down the hill. Oh, they've spotted that crate. Well inside there, that crate. Right between these teams. Sitting ducks. They haven't moved on. They're just sitting, just holding. I don't know if they've heard RM Cannabis. I wouldn't have thought they would have heard them back that far. Exterminator wants to go for a bit of a look down the hill. Thinking about that crate. Doesn't seem to be any eyes on it. Team 0 looking that way. Yes, they are. A Destra is looking up there. Expecting someone to come onto it. 12 teams. Still 12 teams. We haven't lost a team yet. Exterminator gets to that crate. Being engaged by SS. Exterminator's had to move around the side of the crate there. Adestria holding the shot. Could take him, but maybe wants RM Cannabis to come to them. Smoke comes out there covering Exterminator. He did take a couple of hits. Destria is holding there. Teams start to get close together. A few shots coming in. Hit my pan. They've actually rotated more towards Villa. Better move there. TDQ just trying to get across the road. And I don't think Rogue are not watching. Maniacs picked up a vehicle, in fact. TDQ should make it across, but they've got to go further. A lot of Team 0 well set up here. And they're spread out well. Look at them sitting with that square setup, watching all 4 corners. That's a really nice setup by Team 0. Properly watching their zones. That is how you set up on a compound. Spread out perfectly. Good spread by SS as well. But they're well over on the east side, and you'd think that zone's going to move away from the fight's going to be in the north here. Illustrious are going to roll up towards RM Cannabis. They want to get a bit more high ground. They probably want to sweep around the north side and come down through the rocks. They've got a couple of teams above them, though. Still 12 teams. Still 43 alive. SS. They get into the game. They get their first knock. Goes on to the Jokers there. Big hit by Selene. Drops Infamous there. So Rogue Raiders are going to be collapsed in on here. Hit my pan. They want to push in here. Selene got to be careful coming around there. Numb Chickens come around. Selene actually jumps in the fence. Selene's got two in front. Cannot get them. Numb Chicken is there to get rid of Orcrest. Out with the MP5. Out with the MP5. Can't get Trex down. Infamous is watching. Dinky Sabbath gets Trek. Dinky Sabbath walks in. Doesn't even fire a shot. Another MP5. Is that two of them? Two of them carrying them. They must go all right. Is that Rogue Raiders gone? We saw Aussie Elite go out. All of a sudden, we've had a couple of teams drop, or more than a couple. Aussie Elite disappeared. Team Rogue have gone. I think TDQ must have cleaned them up. And Rogue Raiders go out. So 2 left up. 2 left up for Hit My Pan. How many kills? No, only the 1 kill still for TDQ. Someone else has cleaned up Rogue. I'm not sure who that was. Unless Crazy for Aussie Elite managed to pick one up. The zone goes a bit further to the north. Team Zero still sitting well there. Gonna get busy on the top of the hill here. These guys know they're there. ORM Cannabis just the other side of the rock there from Sadistic Nick. So Sitting Ducks. They've got 1 kill there. I think ORM Cannabis have lost one there. Looks like they're down to 3. SS Gaming, they're wanting to push. Wanting to push the Jokers. Huggy with the Uzi. Spraying through the smoke. Pressure is on Stardot. Huggy wants to get in there and finish off. Gotta be careful. Union Jack goes down. Raj Flare comes in. Behind the fire. Stardot gets him. Immediately gets the flush. Screws and Snatch comes around. Screws and Snatch comes around. Gets rid of the Jokers. Stardot goes. 6 kills for SS. They've lost Huggy though. They're getting peppered here. TDQ. TDQ looking to fight back here. Lots of shots come in the way here of SS. Mirage looks for them. Majorly whiffing there. Only lands 1 on Darrellini. Still fighting in the north side. Afflictions gets a flush there. Last one up for Sitting Ducks. He's got 2 to pick up. Who's still up for IRM Cannabis? He's got 2 down. Numb Chicken goes elusive, finishes him off. That is the end of Hit My Pan. They go out in 8th. Oh, Afflictions lives on 1 hit point. Can he get back there for a res? He goes for the Sadistic Neck. He should may be able to get Kreutzmann up. 40 seconds away from phase 6. Screws has been knocked for SS. Team Zero still holds center here. 30 seconds now. Smoke comes out. SS have tried to push into the open. Screws has been picked up. More smoke out. TDQ just fighting on this downhill slope. Fighting to stay alive. Fighting to keep SS off. Still just the 1 kill. Illustrious are going to come around. They're going to push here. Good spray there, Rapini. Gets rid of Blacksmith's Prime. Could it be Rusty Trombones cleaned up again? 2 games in a row here by Illustrious. Just the 2 kills for Illustrious. Gets a flush there. Grenades go out. Doesn't quite get Cooper. Illustrious, they're really on edge here. They'll spray that smoke down. Team Zero looking to third party some fights here. They're sitting dead center. We go into phase 6. Team Zero still have it. SS rotate to the north now. Oh, elusive creeps around. Did they see the shift? Yes, they did. Rapini sees the poke. 4 kills for Illustrious. They need more than this. They need to get through for a win. They want to smoke in here. They've got to get to that compound. I think they want that compound in front where Team Zero is sitting. It's going to be a hard to compound to get into. Team Zero, they're watching this side. They were set up well before, but now focus got to be this side. They know Rusty Trombones have fallen out there. They know Illustrious is out this side. Shots come in this way. Pedestrian watching. Catches side of Shadow Knife. TDQ fighting still on that downside of this slope. Still with 3 up. Still engaging SS. Lord Pat gets a drop there and screws a snatch. I think that's a second knock. I think he's bleeding out fast. TDQ, they immediately push up here. They want to get the finish off there onto SS. Goes with the molly. Needs to get up a bit. Mirage, he's looking to get the res there if he can. Wants to get to Scruiser. Doesn't make it. Another molly out. SS down to the 2. Vietbong is just outside. Lord Pat can't quite land a shot there. Illustrious still in the field. Team Zero still with 4 up. Just the 1 kill to these guys. Sitting Darks up the hill. Mirage Flare gets a knock back onto Lord Pat. TDQ. They get smoke out, but Maniac goes down. Darylin is on his own for TDQ. Smoke's back the other way. I think he's going to have to leave Lord Pat. Molly out. That was perfect, but they've already got the bleed out. Mirage Flare. 6 kills for these guys. SS Gaming. Mirage Flare with the 1. They're looking for Darylini, but he has rotated away. We're going to phase 7. Team Zero fed again. Mirage still searching them out. Killjoy playing off a little bit from Illustrious. He's up the hill looking for the sitting Ducks. Mirage Flare gets that bleed out onto Lord Pat. TDQ with 1 left alive. 5 teams, 12 alive. Killjoy just trying to cover the north side here. Sees where they're shooting, knows the rock. Gotta be careful. Sadistic Nick there. Could just poke out and catch sight of him here. Good hit from someone behind. Could be Daddy-O there. Daddy-O engaging up the hill as well. Trying to squeeze out afflictions from this rock. Sadistic Nick's watching the other way. If he turned, he'd have a perfect view of Killjoy. You've got to cover both. You've got to cover all your angles. Got to check all your angles. 5 kills though. The sitting Ducks. Affliction finally gets picked off by Killjoy. Sadistic Nick on his own now for sitting Ducks. 5 teams, 11 alive. There's a couple of solos still standing. TDQ still have 1 up. Daddy-O's tried to push in. Repeat is pushing there. Team Zero are covered it. Team Zero have covered it here. Daddy-O and Repeaty, they can't make the push in for Illustrious. It's cost them 2. Killjoy now under pressure. He's got Sadistic Nick still there. Mirage Flare comes around and gets him though. Daddy-O down on the edge of the building. Team Zero. Team Zero have the numbers. 4 teams, 9 alive. Seconds away from phase 8. One more. Oh, a couple of good tags there by Killjoy. Shep comes out with the saw. Oh, Killjoy. He's going to be pinched out here at some point. T-Dogger would nearly be able to see his head. So close. Good move there, going prone. Darryl Lenny's still the prone. Sorry, the last guy standing for TDQ. He's just outside, watching up the hill for SS. Knows they're around that side somewhere. They've got a bit of open ground. This is Team Zero's game to throw away here if they want to. 4 up. They spread out again, watching all corners. 2 solos and a duo. Darryl Lenny gets spotted by Viet Bong. 3 teams. Team Zero. Oh, Killjoy spotted. Adestria finally spots him and gets him. It's a 4v2. Will Team Zero go on the hunt here? They look up the hill. 4 kills for Team Zero here. Long overdue for a win. That'll be short. Shep spotted out. Just getting a med off there. Shep with the saw here. Viet Bong puts him down. It's now a 2v3. At least I can get this res off. Viet Bong searching. Wants to move. Adestri is looking. Adestri is watching. Adestri is watching. He's not landing the hits. They've got the res off. Viet Bong wants to push it. Shep is up. Adestria comes around. A tiny Mirage Flare. He's got smoke out. They know where he's going to be. 4v1. Adestria spots him out, but Mirage puts him down. 1v3. That zone is pushing him in. A 2-minute creep in. Mirage Flare with a lot of work to do here. Chaos needs one with a bolty. Needs him to poke out that side of the tree. That zone's going to get him. Dodges it. Gets it. Chaos for Team Zero. 6 kill. Chicken dinner. Team Zero, they get the goodies. There you have it. Game 3, last game of the night done for TGB Open League. This is Series 12, Round 4. Team Zero finally break through. Adestria leading the way with 3 there. Chaos the 2 and the last kill onto Mirage Flare. And Shep chipping in with the 1 there. SS, they extend their lead again on Illustrious. Illustrious get into 3rd, but SS there. 3 kills to Mirage Flare and screws a snatch. Huggy 2, Viet Bong of the 1, Rapini and Killjoy there, 3 apiece for Illustrious. But, as I said, SS Gaming will extend their lead. They came into this round only 110 points in front, but a 19 kill win in Game 1 put them further ahead. Illustrious turned the tables in Game 2, winning the game and wiping SS Gaming out. They were the first team out in Game 2. But SS, again, they get up into 2nd, so that lead, it's only going to be further stretched. So the scores will be up on the Facebook, in the Facebook group and in Discord by tomorrow night. So make sure you jump in the Facebook group, check out that. Make sure you get along and join the Discord. Shout out to our sponsor, Landu. They had a big LAN event last week in Melbourne. If anyone was in Melbourne and didn't get along to this LAN event, I don't know what you were doing. So big event by Landu. They had a bunch of different games they had competitions for. All the usual big games. So our guys from TGB were over there running and casting the PUBG tournament. And there were some fantastic prizes too. So if you're in Melbourne and missed out, then I'm not sure what you were doing. So big shout out to Landu. Get along and check out Landu's Facebook page. That's where all of their stuff happens, and that's where you find out what events they're doing and what's going on. So Landu's Facebook page, I think it's... if I can get a mod will chuck a link up in chat if it's not coming up anyway. But that is us done for the night. Stick around for just a minute and I'll throw a host over to someone. Make sure you jump into their stream and say hi and tell them that Funky sent you over. That's us done for the night, guys. Thanks for all the follows tonight and the donos, etc. And yeah, that's about it. I'm Funky AU signing off. This has been TGB Open League. Good night.
Moving hectic.